can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like $100,000.
You are listening to Inspired Insider with your host, Dr. Jeremy Wise.
Dr. Jeremy Weiss here, founder of InspiredInsider.com, where I talk with inspirational entrepreneurs and leaders like the founders of P90X, Baby Einstein, Atari, Zapier, many more, how they overcome big challenges in life and business. Our sponsor today is Rise25.com, where it helps service professionals, doctors, lawyers, accountants, coaches, consultants, anyone working with clients one-on-one who want to shift away from just trading time for dollars and shift towards a one-to-many program that's more leverageable. You can go to Rise25.com, learn more, download your free dream product ladder, which basically is a business plan on one sheet of paper that helps you see gaps in untapped revenue. Companies like Disney, Apple, the sporting industry, they all use versions of the product ladder. Justin even experienced a Rise 25 event where we had barbecue together. So that was fun.
It was.
So I want to introduce today's guest. I love Justin and what he does. It's fascinating, and you're going to find it fascinating too because it helps boost sales. And what Justin does is Justin Christianson, first of all, he went from bull rider, an electrician, right, to eventually co-founding Conversion Fanatics, which helps companies double customer sales and profits with A/B testing. Now, this is in all cases, so there's a disclaimer, right? But they are a full-service conversion rate optimization company. They've worked with companies like Hertz, PayPal, Investors.com, BlueJeans.com. I can rattle off a lot more. And we're going to dig deep in some of these case studies of actually what they did for these companies. They help companies, if you're wondering what that means and what they do, they help decrease your cart abandonment. They help increase online sales conversions, increase average order value, optimize ad campaigns, and cut out waste up to 80%. He's the author of the book Conversion Fanatic, How to Double Your Customer Sales and Profits with A/B Testing. Justin, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jeremy. My pleasure.
What's been a challenging or low moment in business? And then on the flip side, what's been a proud moment or milestone for you? Because with entrepreneurship there's peaks and valleys. What's been more of a challenging or lower moment?
Lower moment is, my old business coach calls it, I peaked, essentially, where I was damn near on the verge of losing everything.
Peaked?
He calls it you peak. Essentially, you've hit your high point, and the only way left is down. And you've hit the peak of the mountain. Now you're going down the other side. And I tumbled down the other side. It was bad. It was at a low point. Not to get too woo woo or fluffy, but it was a bad time where, right about when my daughter was born. It was just a very depressing time. I wasn't trusting myself and my instincts and my knowledge from the previous 8 years or so, that nothing was clicking. Everything I was doing was just not working. Then the bills started piling up and eating into savings and doing all of that. That was a big low point in my time, where I thought, it's like, oh, how am I going to pay? I had a small little office. It's like, how am I going to pay office rent this month? And so the bigger upside to that was I snapped out of it. Essentially I started clicking. Thanks to a friend, he started recommending me for implementation, because I was really good at implementing, developing landing pages and getting the pieces of your funnel and everything into place, essentially building funnels. At the time, I just get stuff done. Right. And he just recommended me to a couple other of his friends, and I snapped out of it. I started getting back in the groove of things. I figured out the niche, and then that's where kind of Conversion Fanatics was born. Out of that, because I kept getting asked more and more about the implementation. Pretty soon I had 10 clients myself, and then I was bringing on, then me and my business partner partnered up and expanded it and brought on employees and got the big office and did all of those things to really snap out of it. But if it wasn't for my good buddy, who's been a veteran in the digital marketing space, for snapping me out of it and just trusting in me when I didn't, that really helped.
Yeah, that's amazing. And what do you think it was? Do you think it's just anyone who's, I mean, we all face those things at one point or another, or someone's facing it now. Is it trying to get just small wins? What do you think that helped snap you out of it? Because obviously you had it in you before, and then you started to not trust your instincts. What should someone do if they're experiencing that?
I think mine was a lot of that I had now a new family to support. It wasn't just me and my wife anymore. Right. It was something greater than that. And I tried to push it so much. And I think I got so worried about money that I wasn't opening myself up to money for, the lack of the personal development woo-woo stuff. But it just closed me off to so many different opportunities. I locked myself in my office and I thought I just needed to grind it out. And that wasn't the case. And then what happened was I found myself drinking a lot more. And I stopped that, and really helped me kind of open up. I started working on me more rather than working and just grinding it out. Yeah. And since then I've lost 55 pounds and I've done all of these
Holy
things.
cow.
And I've actually found a direct correlation in me when I start taking care of myself. I feel that business goes a lot better. That's things great. Aren't going so well, I'll notice that I haven't been to the gym in a few days or a few weeks. I'm not eating as well. Yeah. It just helps me think clearer and do a lot of the other things that I need to do.
That's great advice. Thank you. Yeah, because you often think just grind it out, just work harder, and sometimes it takes a step back of if you're not taking care of yourself, it just makes everything go down,
It does, because your spirits aren't up.
It was almost counterintuitive. I was just talking to an entrepreneur the other day, and he just got back from a vacation. And he was saying, I need to take more vacations because I feel like I'm fresh. Like before the vacation, I get so much done. And after, I'm fresh and I'm ready to go. And it almost seems reverse. Like, no, you just got to grind it out and don't take the, right? But he was...
Well, we're in the Gary Vaynerchuk world where everybody says grind and hustle every day. And I'm home by 4:30 every day, to be with my kids. And I get to the office pretty early, but I still, get that balance in there rather than just, there's always something to work on.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough, I don't even like to use the word balance because I feel like I'm horrible at balance, but
I think you're great at it since you got to practice and you run a couple businesses.
Yeah, that's bad balance.
On top of your practice.
That's bad. But but personal balance to that is you know what I mean, is another story.
I just started scheduling everything in.
Right.
We've all got the same. It's the cliche. We've all got the same amount of hours in the day and all of these things. So can't find time to exercise? Wake up an hour early. I was at kickboxing at 5:30 this morning.
Love it.
And I was home when my kids got out of bed. It was just perfect timing. And I do that 3 days a week.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Justin. I appreciate it. On the flip side, proud moment, milestone in the business.
When a proud moment milestone in Conversion Fanatics was when we found somebody that can sell our service that was not reliant on me or my business partner.
That's huge.
That was a huge milestone for us. Yeah. We had failed twice previously. It cost us a whole truckload of money and lost opportunity costs as well as other costs. And we found somebody that can sell it and close deals without me having to necessarily be involved. So that's when I figured out that we have a business. Because it's no longer about me. Yeah. My name's on it. I'm the face of it. I've got my business partner who's there, but he's not the one on the videos. He didn't write the book, all of these things, but, it's less about me. I'm not involved in that process as much anymore.
What was the turnaround from not having it work to having it work now? I mean, obviously a person is a huge difference, but I mean, it has to do something with training and things too.
We hired a headhunter is what got us to do it right. We tried to go the other routes and hiring ourselves and finding it, but we bit the bullet and hired a headhunter, paid the $10,000, and they interviewed 150 plus candidates for us, and we got to interview one. And that's the person we hired.
Yeah.
So,
do you give them criteria? Like, what were you looking for?
Yeah, it was a long screening process and everything what we were looking for, and specifically what we were selling and how we wanted to sell it and all of these things. And we found that out. And then we went through kind of a 2-month training period with that person, kind of a probationary period. And it worked out fantastic. She's been with us for a year and a half now.
That's great. So, Justin, last question. Thank you, by the way. This has been fantastic. I've had a blast, and I hope you have too.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Check out Conversion Fanatics, but I have to ask, last question about, you're a professional bull rider.
Wasn't professional.
Oh.
But I was a bull rider.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. You're a bull rider. So, craziest bull rider story. You were actually a bull rider. So, like growing up, or how did you get into bull riding?
I started competitive bull riding at like age 13.
Okay, competitive, right? Okay, not professional, but competitive bull riding. Okay.
Yeah, I did the tours, and I mean, I went to rodeos every weekend. I did that whole thing.
Wow.
But crazy story.
Everyone's crazy story. You get on a bull, and that's it.
Let's see. The last ride that I ever did was I got put in the hospital for 6.5 days. Got stepped on really bad. Had surgery. Did all of that stuff.
Where did you get stepped on?
Pretty much my butt. And ended up with big laceration and had to get repaired and long recovery process. But I've broken ribs. I've broken toes, stitches in other places, my chin. Bumps, bruises, everything else in between. I've probably been on over 500 of them, and I quit. And I quit by the time I was 21. So,
so anything's easier than that, right? So
yeah, I mean, each their perspective, I guess. But I grew up around rodeo, so it was just kind of our thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a big part of what I did for a long time throughout high school and through college.
Yeah. Justin, I want to be the first one to thank you. This has been fantastic. Everyone check out conversionfanatics.com and the cool stuff they're doing. Thanks, Justin.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
What I got, you can't buy. It resides between my eyes. Walked through the fire, came out better on the other side. See, life's like a beach if you find the sand. And right now, I feel like $100 grand.